Yes, yes, indeed, man. It's your boy Richie Rich in the building, man. Came all the way over to the other side of the bubble, man, to tap in with all hip hop. You already know what time it is.
It's your man Chuck Creekmer, aka Jigsaw, here at One World Studios, and we got none other than hip hop legend, Bay Area icon, Richie Rich, man.
Come on, man. All
Yo,
hip hop. You already know what time it is,
yo,
man. I had to
respect.
fly through and holler at
Of
the guys.
course, much respect, bruh.
Dig.
Yeah, man. Listen, it's all hip hop for a reason, bruh. It's
Come on.
not. It's not East Coast hip hop, West Coast. It's not South.
No,
You know what I mean?
not at all.
Yeah.
It's music, man.
Yeah, it's
I was
definitely.
tripping off that picture you got on the wall right there.
Yeah.
I was lucky enough to be in the last one that they shot with mostly East Coast cats.
Yeah.
I was on Def Jam.
A good
And
day in
yeah,
good day
in
for hip hop
Yeah, and
in Harlem.
Yeah, and I was always good. Me and Meth, DMX, Red.
Mm.
Like I'm a man.
Yeah.
That's where we from. Like,
Right.
that's where you stay at, bro.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
and I get it. We all come up representing, but I hope that we finally get into a place to where a win for you is a win for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You hear me?
Yes.
A win for you is a win for me.
Mhm.
Oh, I mean, bottom line.
Right.
And the faster we accept that, then we'll realize it don't always have to be about what happened with me. If it happened to you, it means it can happen for me. Let me
Right.
keep working.
Facts. Absolutely. Well, you have this new album, Richard. Dope album. Now, before we get into the album,
Okay.
you went a bit viral for your commentary around streaming
Okay.
and why you have it as a pay album,
Okay.
which people should be inclined to embrace,
Right.
right? But you actually had a prolific comment. Can you talk a little bit about the atmosphere we're in and how it relates to this comeback project?
Basically, I come from an era where the music was $20.
Yeah.
CDs was $20. You know what I mean? And people used to buy them and lose one, get it scratched, and go buy another one. You know what I mean? Like it never was a problem to pay
Right.
for the music. And since streaming evolved, I mean, if you really think about it, if you spend $10 a month with Apple Music, you can listen to all the music your ears can handle.
Uh-huh.
You got to know that for that $10, all them artists can't eat off them $10.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get it. It's a business thing, but on this platform, even which was introduced to me by LaRussell,
LaRussell, shout out to him.
what their goal is to do is to get the real fans in contact with the artist, and you can kind of pay what you want to pay. I had planned on releasing a new album prior to figuring out how I was gonna monetize it. I was just gonna run straight to the, you take the pimping as it comes. Long as it's out, then I can do shows and this, that, and the other. But man, this even.biz play is smooth in the way you get to see. I got a guy I could show you my phone paid me $500, bro, for the download.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And then what's dope about it is it gives you all their information, their contact, their name, their email. So
Yeah.
now you can contact them, let them know I got a show. You might want to come out. You get in half price. Like it's basically breaking that. They severed us from the fans
Yes.
so they could get in the middle.
Yes.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
You can't get in the middle if me and you in contact. They
Yeah.
got to scoot me out the way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's seeming like this is a good time where people, and although, don't get it twisted, a lot more people need to download this album and pay for it. But I'm happy with what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I get, some people are like, man, we want it on Apple Music. I get that on Apple, and it's coming to Apple, but it ain't coming there until the paying people say, okay,
Yeah.
wait, you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, and I respect it. And by the way, the gentleman who paid the $500
Right.
is generous in his admiration of you,
Right.
right? And so there's nothing wrong with that
Right.
relationship. And furthermore, if you want to call him
Right.
or email him or give him a VIP
Right.
at the show,
Right.
you can do that.
I can do that.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that's dope.
Yeah.
Once again, it just puts you directly in contact with the artist.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
And I think we need more of that.
Yeah,
know?
definitely. Yeah, I mean, selfishly, and I'm working my brain differently.
Okay.
Because yeah, of course I want it in a convenient place. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
But I think we're hitting a mark now, a point, a tipping point where it's like, yo, nah, that's working for them.
Right.
That's not working for the culture.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the people in it, not even the
Right.
fans.
And I don't even ask somebody who may not like an artist to go spend the money. But if you're the guy who's riding around talking about this is my shit, if it's your shit, why you don't want the dude who made it or the female who made it to get their issue?
Yeah,
You feel me? Like,
yeah.
because you run into that liquor store, you finna cash out for that Hennessy. You running to get them J's. You running to get them Timbs.
Yeah.
When they told you they had that colorway, you was over there.
Right.
You feel me?
Facts.
That go with my fit. How much?
Yeah.
250, 240.
Facts.
Tear it off.
Facts.
Tear it off.
Woo! Yo, you talking
Come
right
on,
now.
bro. I'm just saying. Like,
Yeah.
and as people, we gotta get back to that. I was just telling my man over here, where I live at, I've never seen a Mexican man or woman in the supermarket or in Asia. They got their own supermarkets. They support themselves.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We got to get back to that. I heard David Banner say some cool shit. He was like, people always talk about people being racist. He said, I think as a people, we need to be more racist in the effect that we put our people first with whatever we doing.
Yeah.
We're not being racist to harm nobody, but let's just be more serious about our people and what we got going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we holding the golden ticket, we control everything with our buck.
Absolutely. We have black people have the spending power more than most countries.
What?
More than most countries, bro.
Yeah.
And that's just American black. That's not the global black community. That's just America. It's crazy.
That it is.
Yeah, we definitely got to get back to it. Now the Bay, I love the Bay, bro, because the Bay and independence is like, it's one and the same almost. It feel, it's to me at least, my perspective is it's its own universe, its own ecosystem.
Right.
I know so many artists from there.
Okay.
And sometimes it's like y'all don't want to come out to see us. Like y'all just gonna stay there.
Right.
Y'all not coming.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I'll tell you a lot. I'm glad you said that. So when they watch this interview, that they'll know that they're welcome. Because a lot of guys have that stigmatism still from that old East Coast, West Coast. They think y'all don't like us.
Yeah.
We think y'all think we don't like y'all. You feel me? Like I said, I was blessed enough to be on Def Jam, so I came to New York and enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I didn't get nothing but love from cats out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, when you talk about the Bay ecosystem, we started independent music a long time ago with Too Short, selling out the trunk. And then 40 and them started doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And then we did it with the 415 drop. And we learned that even though it was on a smaller scale, that we didn't need, too much support from outside because we were getting it.
Right.
And then things changed. The radio switched up.
Yeah.
And then all the mainstream stations start only playing certain things. And what happens is the people that split us up never get the blame. You know what I mean? When I say split us up, if you say a radio station is owned by Clear Channel, I'm going to give you an example. All the down south music has always been stripper oriented. And we don't do strippers in Oakland.
Right.
Not at all. But it was all we heard on the radio. They just stuffed it down our face because that's what it was.
Yeah.
It's crazy now. People are all going back to independent.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, man, we can do this ourselves.
Yeah.
And it's good because the people who the labels used to pay to work the music, now they'll take the independent dude's dollar. And we can get the same. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I can call you and get up here.
Yeah.
I don't need Leora to call you to get me up here.
Right.
You hear me?
Yeah.
I mean, no disrespect to Leora, it's my guy.
Of course.
But I'm just saying, the channels are opening up to where we can go direct.
Yeah.
So
what made you jump back into the ring in a time
right.
hip hop's in an
in
interesting
a sta-
space.
yeah.
Interesting space.
I never stopped making music. I just stopped putting music out.
Okay.
I lost my flair for music once Russell and Leora explained to me how much money I was not going to make. It kind of took the fun out of it from me. I was like, I can get more money than this doing my 1-2 step like I had been doing.
But wait, how was that presented to you? How did that?
So basically, when I got my first Def Jam deal and took the contract to my lawyer, and he explained to me that I was getting 6 cents per sale. So for every unit I sold, I would receive 6 cents. And then I went back to Russell and Leroy's like, what is this, bro? And they was like, well, that's the standard contract. But, you know, your next album is going to recoup and blah, blah, blah. But then my lawyer said, well, also know that whatever they spend on you, video budgets, hotels, rental cars, whatever you use up, you got to pay them back that out of this 6 cents. And I'm like, records is $20.
Yeah.
How do I only get 6 cents? I can see if you only $6
off an album.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, if y'all making 20, $6 seems low, but 6 cents is hideous. Yeah. So it hit me at a time where it kind of made me feel, it's almost like going to get a job that you always wanted. Man, I want to be a pipe plumber, or I want to be an electrician, and you go get your certificates and you get out there and you start working and you realize there's not no money in it. It'll kind of, you know, you'd be a little upset. And that's kind of how I was with music. And then I started losing people. I lost Pac. I lost Shakur to the music. Yes. So I was like, you know what? I'm cool. Yeah. But I was always making songs because that's really what I'm supposed to be doing. Because people would say, Rich, you drop a lot of game in your records, man. The game needs you. Like, we need to hear some more of that thing you do. Yeah. But I don't keep score on myself. I can't see me. I've always been invisible to me. So people see things in me that I can't see. So I didn't think the game needed me, you know. And then the new music guys came out, and music got younger, and, you know, the sound changed. I was like, man, don't nobody want to hear this thing I'm doing. You feel me? Yeah. But it's like people kept hitting me on Instagram, bro, you not dropping no music? Rich, when you ain't dropping, man, I wish you'd drop some music. So I'm like, damn, it's been 20 years. They still asking. You feel me? Yeah, like, I mean, it's been a long time, and they still asking. Yeah. So I said, okay, and then the thing happened with LaRussell. I posted something on my Instagram, a song called 615s, and I'm kind of just performing it, rapping it. And Russ hit me and was like, bro, you still got it. Yeah. You need to come full with us. Yeah. I went and linked up with Russ. One thing led to another. And then the infamous Patella spill, heard around the world, the touring Patella on stage. And here I am, you know. And I got to shout out LaRussell too, because he's a pivotal reason that I am monetizing the way I am, because I told him, I said, bro, I got tons of music, but I just don't know how to release it. Right. He's like, bro, I got you. Like, you know. That's what's up. Yeah, so. That's dope, man. And then Nas is really the reason that because Nas made a call. He said, man, all you cats, if you got music, man, drop that shit. Yeah. Put that out, because he had just did it with Hit Boy. Right. You feel me? And Nas, we came up on Nas. Nas always one of the coldest. You feel me? You know, it's a lot of guys from here that, like, I come up on EPMD, Eric and Parrish, them they raised me. You feel me? A lot of people don't know we didn't come up on West Coast rap. We came up on Cool J. My era came up on Cool J, Mo D. You feel me? Yeah, all that, all the old school KRS. You feel me? I mean, I could take it back, Spoonie G. Like, I can go all the way back. Right. Yeah. And you know, so like you were saying earlier, man, good music is good music, man. We wasn't riding around like, oh man, we ain't bumping that East Coast shit. It was never like that. Right. Yeah. You know, and now my thing is, if I can still do it at this level, I feel like how they talk about LeBron. They'd be like, I mean, he's still putting up numbers. If I come here and I play it, and you be like, Rich, this trash, then I'll fall back. Yeah. You feel me? I'll fall back. Because you can time out. I've heard some people who have just timed out. You listen to the music, you'll be like, bro, it's over.
That's it, and it's okay. It happens every day, and it's actually okay, because most of those artists have a run that you can't even. It's apex run, God tier run,
monetized to the fullest,
and now you just go tour, go tour and be cool with it. But you, on the other hand, I would say you have like a classic style, if that's accurate, that stays, you know, stays classic, basically. Some people have a time capsule style, and it's good for that time, and it's over.
What I do musically is I write to beats. So each song you hear from me, the flow is going to be different because I write to the music. I don't write plain and then add it to the music. So it doesn't sound so repetitious. Yeah. But another thing that I think holds me in is all I do is tell the truth. The truth don't get old.
Yeah.
It pisses people off.
Right.
A lot of people don't like to hear the truth,
Yeah.
but it don't get old.
Yeah.
We could play one of my records that I put out in 1989, and it's talking about the shit that's happening now.
Yeah.
The truth don't get old.
Right.
So I'm blessed with the fact, like you said, that the style is staying, but I have to work at staying fresh sounding. You know what I mean? I gotta work at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta work at it. I
Yeah.
can't. I can't be out here. See, I believe in keeping everything fresh. You know what I mean? I like nice cars.
That's
I
a
like
great
nice
point.
women. I smoke good weed.
Yeah.
Like everything is fresh. Keep it all fresh.
That's a great point.
And I've just been blessed to
Yeah.
still be able to make music that resonates. You feel me?
LeBron would not be the longest running NBA star or whatever if he just took a year.
Took a year off and didn't
few
exercise.
times. Yeah,
didn't work his
out.
body
Right.
to keep his body together. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's serious because he still loves it.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because I think once you don't, and like I told you, I fell out of love with her for a while. And that was the time when Pac came up and was 40 and short and everybody just kept going and I kind of fell back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had a sour taste in my mouth about it.
Yeah.
And then I was able to spin back, so I'm not burned out on it. And now, not only is the monetization starting to come back, because what I don't understand about people is, it's hard to do anything for free.
Yeah.
You got kids?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I got 2 kids. Me and my son went and got 2 burgers, 2 fries, 2 shakes, $40-something bucks.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So when I tell people, hey, go buy the download, I hate to be like, hey, support. I'm big on that. Say, hey, support me. I don't like when I hear people say that. It kind of, as a man, there's a piece of me that's like, support me, like support a woman. A woman they support. I'm a man, like right. But I get. What
I
people
feel
are
what
saying
you're saying.
when
Yeah.
they say support the artist. So it's hard. I don't never jump out like, hey, support me, because I've talked bad about people who said that. Like, dude, you a man, support yourself. But what I'm saying is, it's good to know that people will pay you for your craft. I mean, it ain't like I just wake up, throw this behind my back, and in the studio it's mixed and on the tape. It costs some money. You feel me?
Yeah.
So what I'm doing now is I fell back in love with the music to where I'm not even doing it for money now. Now, what I'm doing it for now is to just keep, what I'm really trying to do is push the good music envelope back because it got downright not too good.
Yeah. Facts.
For a while.
Yeah.
Especially around my way.
Right.
You feel me? Around my way, it just got too easy to do.
Yeah. There
and
you
anybody
go.
was doing it. People,
Yeah.
I've been rapping 3 months.
Right.
He got the #1.
Yeah.
He the biggest dude in the country. He been rapping 3 months.
Facts. Yeah.
That's like a slap in the face to a nigga
It
been in the
is.
gym in his whole life.
It is.
You feel me? Now,
And by the way, no other culture, music genre can you do that.
no, not at all.
Not a country, not even pop.
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
We have the only sport that you can just walk on, no experience, and get pushed all the way to the top. And I'm not knocking it if you that good.
Well,
But all the
we
ones
should
who
knock it a
walked
little
on,
bit.
All the ones who walked on, they walked right the off.
Yeah.
You know,
It ain't like someone from the D League or whatever that just
Right.
happened to be super nice and just
Right.
won the slam dunk contest and then yo, you know what? Let's give them a shot.
Right.
Nah, these people didn't even play pickup games.
Bruh.
I mean, nah, that's just how I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
And
real.
by the way, you're right. Support is an interesting term. There's people on the street
Right.
with a CD and they want you to just buy.
Buy.
Because you know you're not going to play it.
Right.
You just going to support because you might feel like I'm going to give you some money.
There you go.
That's basically what you're doing.
Right.
But when you have a quality product, like any quality product,
Right.
you pay for what it's worth or what you feel it's worth. Sometimes
Right.
it ain't worth what you pay.
Hey.
But you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you talk about like somebody spending $500, that was what he felt it was worth.
It was worth that to him.
Yeah.
LaRussell started this pay what you want
Mm-hmm.
thing. Right.
Yeah.
First guy I ever seen do that. Right. And I was like, how do you make money like that?
Mm-hmm.
Right. But what's crazy is he started giving it away damn near because he knew what he was doing was for real.
Yeah.
So you can get people, when you tell people free 99, they pulling up.
Yeah.
But when you do offer based, that guy who spends 500 allows you to sell some for $3 and $4. You know what I mean? And to take this $2, and you never really know what it's worth to the person.
Right.
And if you're making something good, you might look in there and be like, damn, they feeling it like this. You feel me?
Yeah.
I mean, it's really ingenious how he can,
Yeah.
because all his is offer based. Like,
Yeah.
so
But also, when you do hear the quality, then you feel bad about $2. You'll be like,
right,
I don't even feel like that makes me feel bad.
right,
So let me do at least 10
exactly,
or up.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it works,
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah, and I just kind of want to just shout out a few people.
Okay.
We got yourself, Snoop Dogg,
Yeah.
Dr. Dre, Exhibit,
X to the Z.
Common, Pete Rock,
Yes, sir.
MC Light, Master Ace, and Marco Polo. Who else we got?
That's crazy.
LL Cool J.
Cool J.
LL Cool J. I feel like I'm missing some people, but the point is keeping it a buck. You mentioned it when it dipped.
Right.
I think that, so then you mentioned LaRussell, and you got other people from a younger era,
Right.
who are bringing us all back. We're all coming into the center,
Right.
and having almost like a huddle up, like a cultural huddle up.
Right.
Saying, you know what, let's change this.
Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
bring it back to some core values, and also the music will also hold up.
Right.
So the artists I just mentioned, all of them have music
Right.
that holds up.
That holds up.
And that's
Classic.
the difference between some of the old school.
Right.
And
Because
what's
everybody
happening
that's
right
old
now.
school that come back is not worthy of a comeback. I do agree.
Yeah.
I've listened to some things and I'll be like, bro, I respect, but you messing up the legacy stuff for me.
Yeah.
Like you messing up the way I like that other thing you used to do with this new thing you're doing. So
Yeah.
but I get it. But certain people like Pete, I would love to get on a Pete Rock track. I follow Pete on Instagram.
Okay.
Good dude. I tap in with, but it's like you say, some is just forever.
Yeah.
They just locked in forever. Just whatever they do is still working.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's what it is. Music used to be for the talented, the people who loved making music.
Right.
And then it turned into a hustle. Then it turned into the thing to do. And that's when it got shitty.
Yeah. And I mean,
And the companies don't want to pay. So the people who have talent want to be paid. And the people who don't need to be paid, 9 times out of 10 don't have much talent. And in the record companies making more money, they push the quality bar down. And now that it's down there, it's like, oh, we got to bring this shit up.
Yeah.
And then they come back to the OGs. Hey, what y'all doing? Y'all still working? Y'all want to come on out and do something?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's good, man.
Now, with your name, Richie Rich,
Okay.
I would imagine you had a manifestation early on. I know how you got your name, but you step away from the game,
Right.
but you got this car collection, and you got, you're
Right.
not hurting.
Right.
How did you continue on throughout those non-rapping periods?
Pivoted back to the hustle.
Yeah.
Back to the hustle. Cannabis got legal.
Yeah.
Jumped in there because I had been playing it on the illegal side.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Kind of just keeping my ear. I've always been a hustler, bro. You feel me? We where I'm from, we got brothers. We come up with a bunch of money. We gonna buy a couple tow trucks. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah. We gonna wiggle our way into get some paper coming. My thing is, I've always been fresh, like, and I'm serious about my fresh.
Yeah.
And that's what one of my homeboys said when he saw me fall on the stage with LaRussell. Be legit. Be say, people was calling me talking about you fell on stage. I asked him, what did he do next?
Right.
And they was like, cause that boy's serious about his fresh. So where I come from, it's a small knit place. I'm from East Oakland. It's its own world. You know what I mean? You can make a living in there if you know how to move.
Right.
So outside of music, I just kept. Because Richie Rich is not, somebody gave me that name. A chick who used to work with me gave me that name. I didn't pick that name to be a rapper. And I'm going to tell you, it would have been a lot easier being Louie Lou. or, you feel me?
I believe you.
Because the 2 R's, man, it have been times where I done lost one of them.
Right.
And I'd be like, man, where that other R at?
Right.
You know, like it get tough.
Yeah.
But once I once I adopted the moniker, I was like, I gotta stay fresher than most because I'm trying to sell them an item. They can't pull up on me and they car be whooping mine.
Right.
And I'm Richie Rich, so
Right.
it was a constant chase, bro. And I'll be honest with you, that's why I named this album Richard. I'm trying to get off of that
Yeah.
chase because you get a little bit older, you can still dance with the best of them, but you just might not want to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'll be honest with you, I hustled, bro. And just I kept doing my thing. Like I like toys, boats, cars, motorcycles. Those are the things that I'm into. I've always been into those, and I'm gonna have them until it's over with.
Yeah.
And that kind of keeps you lit on this internet.
Right.
See,
Right.
see, niggas see that on the internet, they be like, "That's clean."
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and so I came pre-internet when there was no internet,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I was still having all these toys. But people over there, people over here, and people over here couldn't see the because we didn't have that kind of promotion.
Right.
But people around me did. So the way I stayed lit was I took it back to the street, the people who supported me first.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I always did clean business.
Yeah.
You know, even though it was a hustle, it was still clean business. And that's how I stayed fresh. You know?
Nice. 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 You you know, LaRussell is an interesting guy because he just did a song with a homeboy of mine, Correga Bailey.
Okay.
And he's a conscious rapper.
Right.
Well, I hate the term conscious rapper, but you know he's on his family and positivity,
Right.
and at sometimes pro-black stuff. You know what I'm
Right.
saying, which is in the soil as
Right.
well. So I love the thread of him working with someone like you
Right.
and someone like him, probably in some ways educating on some of the newer practices with all y'all. Giving away that type of game is clutch.
One thing about Russ, he's just different, man.
Yeah.
He's just different. I mean, he got so many different kind of songs. He got where you can just party and jump to. Then he got that it just have you. I mean, the boy he's just a different kind of individual. And like you said, you might see him. He might go do a song with a Mos Def, and then might spin around and do one with Ice Cube, and they both be dope. He's got a lot of range, and what I like about him is to me, LaRussell is bringing back what started here in New York. Original hip hop, dancing, just having fun, rapping about cool, not gunning down. You feel me? And then he's bringing it back through the ear as opposed. Music started coming through the eyes after a while.
Yep.
You needed all the chains. You needed all the Rolls Royces. You know, you needed this uniform to be cool.
Yeah.
Rusty don't wear no jewelry.
Yeah.
Bro don't wear no jewelry. Bro gonna pop out in the Crocs. He gonna get on stage and he gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
And that's letting me know that okay, so talent is still appreciated somewhere because it had got watered down to where people thought if you had 9 bust downs on, you was better than the dude who had 3 bust downs.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that ain't always the case.
Right.
Because we talking about music.
Yeah.
Music comes through the ears first. I get it as visual, but yeah. He's what I like the most about rapping alongside with Russ is the boy is a dog on the stage.
Yeah.
You mentioned earlier before we had the cameras rolling, dang, you know the words to all your shit. Like, I'm a dog on stage. Like, and I like that. Man, I'm tired of the dudes.
Right.
They just jumping while the lyrics is playing and they say 3 words. I like who said that? Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey said, "You ever been to a hip hop show? Niggas talking about pump it up. Somebody scream." He said, "No, well, you scream.
Right.
I spent $64.95. You scream. You know." But it's like anything else. It gets so big, so global. The sport went so big. You're gonna pick up bullshit along the way. You know? But like you say, it's coming back. To the real. The sun is coming out. The snowball is melting. It's gonna get down to the real once again.
Yeah, no doubt. Speaking of the real, you you worked with Tupac. Tupac was a friend.
Yeah, a good friend of mine. Met him on a fluke. And did lots of work with that guy. First song I think we did was Heavy in the Game, which was on his Me Against the World album.
Yep, classic.
Went from there, and we ended up on the All Eyes on Me. Actually, when he recorded All Eyes on Me, he told me, he said, "Man, I want some of your homies on the album." I was like, "Who you want?" He said, "Just bring all your partners."
Yeah.
So I called 40 and called Drew down and D-Shot and Bila. SIBO, and we all went down there and got on the record.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I had a spotty, I call it a spotty career. I wasn't consistent. You know what I mean? But some of the records that I hopped on were big records. I got 5 on it, did really well. Jumped on the remix.
Yeah.
You know, all the Tupacs, I'd rather be a Nigga did well. The T-Boz remix to Touch Myself. I don't even know if you was up with that. Jermaine Dupri produced that.
Okay.
That was a good record for me when I was on Def Jam. So I was lucky enough to land on meaningful songs that lasted the test of time. That kind of kept me in the loop.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I interviewed Ice-T. I've interviewed him a lot.
Ice-T is a good brother.
Yeah.
What I said, that 6 in the morning turned us
Oh
out
my
too.
God.
Come
Come
on,
on,
bro.
man. Come on.
Shout out Ice-T.
Yeah, shout out to Ice-T. He's one of the realest too.
Come on, cold.
But he talked about Tupac a little bit differently than what I would say.
Right.
Most people don't realize he came to the Bay first.
Right.
I always would like to, he's a Gemini, which I don't know if you believe in that type of stuff.
Right.
But he has different styles and different personalities almost that, I mean, again, I never met him.
Right.
But what version of him did you meet? Like, who was him? Who was he at that point?
Let me tell you, when I first met Tupac, he was Digital Underground. You know, like doing the roadie. I think he had the Brenda's Got a Baby. He always been with me. He's always been the same dude. Super genuine, super cool. Even when he blew up to the All Eyes on Me status. Yeah. When I was trying to keep up with him, and I tell people in interviews, he went from being my little bro to my big bro.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
But he was always the same with me. His mom, Afeni, told me one time we were in L.A. and I came down, popped in on him. We was sitting there eating. And Afeni, Pac got up to go grab something. And she said, I always like it when you're here, because when you're here, he's my son. Like, so he's always looked up to me. And he was just, and I looked up to him. Like, you feel me? And we can do that.
Yeah,
you know?
that's
but
dope.
Yeah, no, when he starts spinning out of control, I remember telling him after the rape case, after the police shooting, I said, bro, you need to just get off the scene for a minute. Yeah. Just chill. Right? I was like, dude, he was like, get off the scene. Yeah. Out of here. Like, that's just how he was with it. Yeah. But with me, he was always, bro, and he was smooth. Now, I would see him, I mean, I seen him get way out, and I'm like, bro, what is that? Yeah. Oh, no, don't worry about it, man. I ain't tripping. Because he'd be like, oh, I forgot Rich was over there. Like, like, you feel me? Yeah, I done seen him get, I mean, he'll take it there. Yeah, but with me, he was always, bro, just the same dude. Yeah. I met him over a sack of weed. That's how I met him. Right. Know? And he just was always a cool dude. Super creative. Yeah. He never wanted nothing. Never had much and never needed shit. Yeah. He wanted people to feel him. Yeah. The material wasn't really his thing. Like, he started to have some cars and but that wasn't his thing. Yeah, yeah. It really wasn't his thing. He wanted to be felt, and he wanted people. I mean, he cared about people in a way that a lot of people probably don't understand. You know what I mean? He cared a lot about a lot of people. Yeah, you know? But you got to understand, in this business, you can get lost in the sauce. Yeah, yeah. And the sauce is thick. Yeah, you can get lost in the sauce. You got to be a super sharp individual to walk through this business and come out unscathed. Yeah. Do you feel like he kind of did get lost in the sauce? Definitely. I feel like, let me tell you, I moved to LA in 96. When I was on Def Jam, I came to New York. I stayed in Jersey City. Then I went back to LA. And when I tell you, I ran back up the freeway to the Bay with my tail between my legs. Yeah. Because it was scary how much of everything I wanted was just coming my way. Right. Like, it was moving fast. Right. Yeah. The girls, the money, the drugs. I mean, it was coming fast. Right. You know what I mean? It was coming fast. Right. Right. You know? And you got to think about it when you got guys who the motto was to get up and make it, and then you finally get on. It's hard to see straight. Yeah. When you're in it. You ever been in a relationship And then when you get out of it, you look back and you be like, I was tripping.
Yeah.
Until you can pull yourself away from yourself and look back in,
Yeah.
a lot of times you can't see how you moving.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And I don't think Pac had a problem with how he was moving. Because at one point he even told me, he like, I'm going to die. He died on my album. On the Seasoned Veteran album. He told him, I've been shot and murdered. Can't tell you how it happened word for word. And I'm listening, I'm like, did this nigga been shot and murdered? Like, at some point, he just went into martyr mode. Just,
Yeah.
you feel me? And I wasn't there. Like I told you, he got away from me. When I say got away, I don't mean like, hey, I don't want to, I'm talking about he was thrusting so fast, I couldn't keep up with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's doing movies. I used to call his phone and be like, what's up? He'd be like, you in LA? I'm like, no, hit me when you get to LA.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, on the phone, but he busy, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So a lot of times, man, when you in it, you can't see.
Yeah.
I've been in that. I've been so deep entrenched in the street to where it took me that jail stint to sit back and be like, damn, I was tripping.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I put some of what he was going through with attempting to be successful, then trying to find out what successful really meant, and in between all that, still trying to ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Still trying to ball.
And being young too. Like,
Come on,
yeah,
bro.
very young.
And having
to deal with that.
everything thrown at you.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, the 90s, 80s, the late 80s and the 90s was an interesting time.
Right.
First of all, hip hop it was changing so much. And then it was so much money being thrown at everything. Thrown at Russell, thrown at Leor, thrown at Profile Records, Def Jam Records,
it was going
Death
down.
Row Records, everything.
It was going down.
Warren G, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg. Then you had everything on the East, and down South was coming up.
Yeah.
Jermaine Dupri. I mean, it was a crazy time. You were in the middle.
I was in the middle
of
of all
that.
that. I mean, I shot dice with Jermaine Dupri. Shout out JD. Yeah. I think JD had a ATM in his room.
Yeah.
Because he kept losing and he kept coming back. He kept coming back with crispy hundreds. He'd
Right.
Hold on, give me a second. And he'd go in this room and he'd come back out.
Yeah.
I'm like, that boy must got a money machine back there.
That's
Shout out JD. But yeah,
JD.
that's when, dude, I remember when the track masters and all the beats was $200K. Jermaine charged me like, he wanted $190 for that T-Boss beat. We ended up getting it for like $85,000. I mean, they was paying people back there. Artists wasn't getting paid. The producers were getting paid. But like you said, that's when they started throwing the money. And cash money came in, and it got stupid big. Like, how much I had to give them all that money.
Yeah. Now, one thing, not to harp on this Tupac thing, but you mentioned something in one of your songs, and Ice-T said something to me about Tupac, and this is not. I'll just say it straight. He said that Tupac was mixing energies. That was his term.
That's what I said.
In the Bay, it was one type of energy, and it was gang energy. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Right.
He said it was kind of blue in the Bay, obviously red in LA.
Okay.
And you mentioned something on your album about the gang type situation.
Right.
I'm trying to like
Okay, so
figure out like
in the Bay, I don't know what Ice meant by when he said blue. Because
you're saying Crip.
No, but so we never had Crips or Bloods in Oakland, period.
Okay.
So Crippin' and Blood and gangbanging came up the highway, came up through Fresno, all the way, jumped right over Oakland in San Francisco, and went right on up to Sacramento and kept going.
Okay.
We never gangbanged. Now we have gangs, but it's not Crip and Blood.
Okay.
They just name themselves, whatever their name is.
Okay.
And it's just kids who link up with each other.
Okay.
And do dirt. But they're not claiming red and blue. It's not that.
Okay.
So, but they do have, but it might as well be that because it's the same
activity.
Yeah, it's the same decimation of the people.
Yes.
You feel me? It's young black men killing other young black men in the name of I'm from over here and you from over there.
Okay, got you.
So, but prior to that, in Oakland, we were from, in LA they call it sets. In Oakland, we're from different blocks. So if you're from 89th and D Street, I might be from 96 in Plymouth. And so that's what we claiming. I'm from 96 or I'm from 106. You feel me? So we was turf banging but it wasn't red and blue.
Okay.
But it was more like block banging.
Okay. Maybe
So-
I misunderstood what he was saying. Or
Well, I'll be honest with you. I didn't hear what Ice said, but I can kind of see. Basically, it sounds like he was saying he was kind of straddling between this and that. I do remember Tupac coming up to me in L.A. and asked me to hand him the weed, and I said, "Give me a minute, blood." And he said, "Hey man, watch that B word." And I said, "Huh?" Because we've been saying blood up in the Bay Area, but it was like young blood. My brother
homeboy
used to say, blood. Yeah, but we not banging. But we said the word all the time.
Actually, by the way, okay, I want you to finish that, but that goes back, like Vietnam, they used to call each other. I got a book that says Bloods.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's Vietnam.
Yeah,
really.
like my brother and them, it was an abbreviation from Young Blood.
Right, okay.
Get your ass in the house, Young Blood.
Yeah.
And then it was, so blood is something that we've said in Oakland forever, and we still say it.
Yes.
You feel me? But it wasn't tied to a gang thing. But I would come to L.A. and I'm still talking like I'm talking. So Pac was really trying to give me a heads up, like, But I asked him, I said, "You banging?" And he was like, "No." And I was like, "Well, what you tripping for? Because you know where we from." Like, and that's when I said, "Okay, something has changed."
Yeah.
Because he really was like, it was like checking me on it.
Yeah.
Hey, watch that B word around. We got. And I was like, but they know where I'm from. Because I done been in L.A. before and got jammed up at a 7-Eleven with a little dude. My boy had on a Kansas City starter, and dude come out whistling, and next thing you know, it was 3 or 4 of them. And he was like, "Man, you disrespected me. That KC stand for Killer Crip or something." And we didn't know. We didn't have a clue. And we was like, "Bro, we from Oakland. It's respected." We didn't. He said, "Yeah, just, from now on, bro, you don't want to wear that down here because it'll get you in you don't know nothing about."
Yeah. Right.
So I didn't know nothing about gangbang, but I respect the culture. It's where they from, and they serious about it.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Very much.
They're serious about it.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, maybe that's what he was talking about.
Okay. You Oakland has, the Black Panthers are from Oakland. Like I met a dude the other day, and he had he in Dallas had a whole Oakland Black Panthers jacket on.
Right.
I was gonna buy it because I've seen it online. It's pretty expensive. I was like, maybe I'll make my own or something. Right. Maybe I'll just support the black business though. Stop being cheap.
Right.
But nevertheless, Oakland has an interesting history. I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, that we don't see as much hip hop with that sting tone coming out of Oakland. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. That element of music is there, but like you say, it's not seeping up to the top.
Yeah.
We got artists from there that say we've been blackballed. We got artists from there that say there's a lot of, I don't know why things happen the way they happen. But what I like to explain to any artist who's trying to be an artist is, at the end of the day, the people have to pick you. I don't care how dope the record is. I don't care who produced it. I don't care how saucy your flow was. It still has to be picked by the people.
Yeah.
The fans are who light you up.
Yeah.
Because they like what you're doing.
Yeah.
You could do the same Nas was doing and be even tighter, and they may not take to you like they took to Nas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just what it is.
Yeah.
But there are artists who believe that, no, it's just we need a push, or we need more promotion, or we need more. And there's a certain truth to that. Like, exposure is always going to get you, but you can expose trash and it's still trash.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So that level of music is still, there's so many talented people in Oakland who are talking that type of thing. But like I used to tell my homeboy, Black Power lasts for an hour. I used to say that. It's Black Power lasts for an hour. I remember when I was young, New Music Tuesday, you could go pick up a Too Short album, a NWA, and an X-Clan.
Yeah.
You feel me? Yeah. We had a choice.
Yeah, right.
Then they took the choices from us. They just start making feeding us all one kind of music.
Yeah.
To where then that music that you're asking about, it don't have the sting. People look at it with, oh, that ain't it, man. I don't want to hear that positive ass.
Right.
Like it turns to that.
Somebody called Kendrick Lamar and Doshi like Harriet Tubman music. And I was like, what are you talking talking about?
That's how fucked up we are, bro.
What are you talking about
That's how
right
fucked
now?
up we are, bro.
I was
It's
so
bad.
disgusted. I got off the whole internet at that point. I said, you know what? I need a break from all of y'all. Everything.
See, but you come up in a different time. You come up in the time where you say that to somebody, you can get punched in your mouth.
Sure enough,
The
Ken.
internet, you can just
Yeah.
and it's just whatever. You feel me?
Bro.
And that's the thing, dude. I feel like I said back then when we was coming up, you had choices. You
Right.
didn't have to buy the same kind of music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Oakland, what I will tell you is we're a melting pot of talent that everything just doesn't break through out of there. But the reason, what I understand about that the average artist doesn't understand is Leor and Russell explained to me how the music industry worked. And they gave me an analogy. They say, Richie, so this is the music industry. It's a helicopter. And it's flying over the Bay Area. And it's looking down. It's like, damn, there's a lot of people down there. Maybe we can get an artist out of there, make him famous, and get all that money. Yeah. And that's what they do. They come sign Richie Rich. They put me on the song with, you know, somebody from that's more famous than me to share the light on me, to make all the people who know me from my area spend the money on the album.
Yeah.
Right? So, and what that helicopter has done is it started here in New York. It was base hip hop.
Yeah.
Everything was coming from New York. The helicopter was just circling here. It didn't know California had nothing.
Yeah.
And then when it made it over to California, it went to LA.
Yeah.
Circled over Los Angeles. Oh, we can grab these guys. And Los Angeles is a bigger market than Oakland. Flew over Oakland. Oh, we can grab a few things out of here. Let's get Short, Me 40, and Rich. And then it flew to the South. And it never came back home.
Right.
Because the South was the last people to get on.
Yeah.
And their market is so big because you can get on the freeway for 20 minutes and go state to state.
Yeah.
Different. So the music that you're hearing is the music that they can monetize the most.
Right.
You feel me? It ain't that they don't want us on from Oakland, but they like, we already got that little bit of money, you guys. You guys are a small market. You're super talented, but you're a small market.
Right.
We're over here in the South where look at all these people who are buying it and love it. And so when you look at it like that as a businessman, you look at markets and you look at, okay, say I did go monetize Oakland again. How much money could I get out of there? Versus what could I get out of Los Angeles?
Right.
You know what I mean? Versus what can I get out of Atlanta? What I can get out of Memphis?
Yeah.
You know? And that's what it is. It's exploitation at its finest. That's just what it is.
That's what it
now,
is.
We listen to it and be like, oh, rap is hit, but it's exploitation. The labels are trying to find out how many units can we sell out of this market.
Right.
That's the only reason they're giving me a record deal.
Yeah.
They're not giving me a record deal because they think I'm talented.
Right.
How many of your people will come spend some money with us?
Right.
And that's what it is.
Yeah.
So sometimes people will see, oh man, how is that music's not breaking through? And the artist might be like, well, we don't get no push. It's bigger than that.
Yeah.
This thing is a controlled business. It's a controlled business.
Yeah, it's very.
And it's just what it is.
Yeah. Wow.
You know?
Wow. That's heavy.
And let me add this. Being from Oakland, a lot of the music that we make, we've made it so long for Oakland.
Yeah.
Heavy laden bass lines, this, that, and the other. Sometimes you have to make national music to get a national look.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because everybody just, something sounds foreign to people.
Yeah.
They be like, I like what he's saying, but I don't like that beat.
It's true.
So sometimes you got to play over a more national track, But I still tell people all the time, the fans have to pick you. And if they don't, it's going to be tough.
Yeah. How did you feel? Okay. I hope, everybody don't want to make no mistake.
Right.
But if I'm correct, Kendrick Lamar has sonically borrowed from the Bay. Is that correct?
Now, you know what? It's funny you say that because there are a lot of that chatter is in the Bay right now, heavy. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't listen to enough of anybody else's music to know because it seeps in. When I listen to somebody else's music, it subconsciously seeps into my pen.
Yeah. Oh,
and then I'm writing somebody else, even though I might think that was me.
Yeah.
They flow patterns, all that. You know what I mean? Because the brain is a vacuum. It's going to up. So I don't listen. Kendrick's album came out and everybody was talking about it. I listened to like 2 songs my buddy played for me, the Whacked Out Murals and another one. Kendrick is an amazing kid. Dope, super dope. But I didn't pick up on the sound, and so
Mhm.
people are saying, "Hey, man, that's our music, that's our sound," and blah blah blah. So music, I get where they're coming from. I kind of get it, but then I kind of don't.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I'm looking at it like, so say Kendrick didn't put out this album at all and didn't use any of the whatever people are saying sounds like the Bay.
Mhm.
Is his pocketbook gonna be missing a beat? I don't think so. So I don't look at it like he needed to do that to further anything he had going. I looked at it like he was paying homage to the whole California card and his influences, things that influence him, things that he likes. It's two ways to look at a cup: half full, half empty. It's gonna always be like that.
Yeah.
You feel me? You're gonna always have to be, oh man, he took our woo. Well, this is my thing. If indeed he can use something that we made and win with it, and we can't, then where does the problem lie?
Right. Right.
Where does the problem lie? It's almost kind of like when they was talking about Dame said he made Jay-Z, and then Jay was like, well, that people was like, well, make another one then. I just, and this is me, and some of my people from my area, they might get mad at me, but I feel like nobody cares about their woman till somebody else start. They're good.
Right.
I'm just saying. She just was over there. You wasn't really paying her much attention.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah.
If we're gonna say Kendrick jacked the Bay for its sound and is winning, then I started rapping because of Mo D. I started rapping because of Cool J. I probably didn't take their style, but they motivated me to want to rap. So if we're going to say that, then music should have just stayed right where it was at when it first was created, and nobody else should have came after nobody.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So I haven't listened to his whole album, but I heard some of the...
Yeah.
But why can't he be just influenced by that? Because he's still young. That's like LaRussell. LaRussell is young. So LaRussell is paying homage to the things that he enjoyed growing up. Yeah. LaRussell sounds like Mac Dre. It sounds like 40. Yeah. You can hear some me in his rap, and he'll tell you. Yeah, I'm a mixture of all of that.
Yeah.
Why do we always have to be upset with each other about something?
Right. I don't know.
Why?
It pisses me off, right? Because look, first things first, these artists that you're mentioning are students of the game. If you listen to some of Kendrick's projects, it's jazz influenced.
Right.
Terrace Martin, shout out to him, and shout out to whoever else has been in that creation.
Right.
Sometimes you might even hear a little DMX, Andre 3000. You might hear a little Eminem in there. You might hear, obviously, Dr. Dre and Snoop, and, you know, he might have a song with MC8. Okay, this might just be a black thing. It might just be a black people thing.
No, it's just something that we do. Now, I came up. Biting used to be illegal. You know what I mean? Just stealing biting somebody's style. Yeah, biting his style.
Yeah.
But when someone says, like, that's our sound, the only way he could have got away with using our sound is if we wasn't using it. Mm-hmm. I don't see me doing it well with my and then somebody else doing it. Man, the man is probably influenced, but he's a young man.
Yeah.
He's probably, you know, and he with the Bay heavy. He been mentioning 40 and Bila in songs, and you could just tell. Mm-hmm. And when you're from a place, he's probably soaked up everything he can soak from where he's from. Yeah. Because that's who he is. He's from there. Mm-hmm. I didn't take it that he was taking I looked at it like, if he can take our sound and show you the world take it, then that's letting you know, okay, so the world does like this sound. Now all you got to do is give it to him. Yeah. And be serious about it. Yeah. For me, dude, I'm just over identifying the problems. Let's get some solutions going. Yeah. Let's identify some solutions. Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, we're the only ones who bicker back and forth about whatever it is. Mm-hmm. None of these other genres are doing that. Yeah. None of these other races are doing that. Yeah. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Nobody's doing that.
Absolutely.
But that is, what you said is actually, that is the chatter. Yeah. I've heard it up there about, that's our sound. Yeah. They said it when Mustard first started doing it. But what you got to understand is, man, this is music, man. It's like when you go fishing, they catching fish over there. Let's go see if we can catch one over there.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yep.
And he made it look good though.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, talking about it's the hottest shit. Okay, so that means if that is indeed what we do, we halfway there.
Right.
Now all we got to do, I feel like this to anybody, create some good music, man. Make some good music.
Yeah. Make
Period.
some good music.
Make some good music.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You might be the creator of the spin move, but you ain't got no 3-pointer. You ain't your free throw is off. Man, I identify take your spin move, wow, and put that with the rest of my game. Hey man, it's a sweet spin move, bro.
Yeah.
I need that in my arsenal.
Facts. And if you look at Kobe Bryant, you can line him side by side with Jordan, and he put his spin on what Jordan had done.
Look at it as an appreciation. Whenever somebody does something that I'm doing, I don't look at it like, oh, that nigga trying to be me. Yeah. It's like he paying homage. Yeah. That's just me though.
Yeah, no.
That's how I look at it. But I was raised to look at a cup as being half full as opposed to half empty.
Yeah. Now you correct me if I'm wrong, but you had both parents growing up.
Yeah.
What did that have impact? How did that impact you?
Man, I had a great upbringing. I come from up the hill. I'm not from the hood, but all my homies was from the flats, the ones I enjoyed hanging with.
Yeah.
So I went down the hill.
Yeah.
You feel me? And the shit that was going on down there was so exciting.
Yeah.
That I stayed down there.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's damn near like what we talking about with the Kendrick shit. The up the hill shit, it wasn't doing it for me.
Yeah.
I went down the hill where the action was. And I had a very good household. Parents were married, you know. Dad passed away. Mom never dated again. Like I come up in a perfect situation, and it's just proof that you can come up perfect and still end up, you know, into. I was an action type of kid. I liked it to be where the action was at. Yeah, you feel me? Yeah. So you know it. What I would say is it rooted me. My mom used to tell me, my job is to tell you what right from wrong. What you do with that is going to be on you, Richard. Yeah. But I know when the opportunity presents itself, you're going to do the right thing. And she was right. Yeah. So what they did, having that unit, let me know that I was loved and I was all right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I couldn't get nowhere else and couldn't nobody sway me on who I was and how I felt about me. Yeah. And I think that's the best thing about when you have a strong parenting structure. Yeah. You know, you're not missing anything. You got everything you need. Now what you gonna do with it? Yeah.
Well, yeah, we have a lot in common from that point of view. Now, when you went to jail, right? How did that impact them or your mom?
Okay. My mom told me how my was gonna pan out. She was upset. Told you. Yeah, she was upset. The first case I caught, the half a thing case, for the coke. I remember going to jail, and I remember the first time my mom came up there to visit me. And they called me out for a visit. I went out there, and you sitting behind this glass, and you could see people walking up. And then she walked in, and she had this look on her face, and it wasn't the, like, I'm happy to see you look. Yeah. And I was like, damn. Like, mom's is up here, but, like, she ain't looking too smooth, right? So she said, how you doing? I said, I'm good. She said, all right. She said, I ain't going to be able to come back up here. She said, you gonna be all right? I was like, yeah. She said, I ain't coming up here no more. I said, why? She said, because ain't nobody gonna be feeling on me and digging through my purse and running through my pockets. I'm not gonna deal with all that. And she was just firm like that. You feel me? But she came, made sure a nigga was straight. You good? I'll see you when you get home. Yeah. So I come up under like some serious Louisiana shit. She out of Louisiana. My dad was out of Texas. It was always firm. It was loving, but it was firm. Yeah. You know, my mama played contact sport. What's that? Say it once, next time you're getting fired on. Like, right. That's just how she was doing shit. Right. Yeah. Yeah. So
no, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, that helped me weather the street storms, knowing that I had a cool support system. But I love being out there in the streets. It ain't nothing like just it make your blood boil, man. Just when you just that action, you know. Yeah. Yeah. Like now, I look back at people tell me stories. I'd be like, no way. Right. You be like, no, that couldn't have been me. Yeah, yeah. But yeah.
That's dope. Now, the thing that I like about, Gen X and the golden era of hip hop. Right. We know how to stay fresh. It's hard. It's actually hard to get old. Right. Older. Right. Old. Right. But we do it.
Right.
It's crazy. You do it.
Hey,
Yo, my man came in with, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna buy a pair of these. I'm just gonna keep it real.
He said you got to have you.
I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna get a pair of these Uggs that he has on, right? Now I'm I'm a veteran of Timberland, right?
Right. I got plenty of pair of Timbs.
Right.
I knew I was coming to New York.
Right.
Timbs don't keep the cold out. They bring the cold in.
Right.
And you got to have some thick socks or something going on.
Yeah,
You know, and I'll be honest with you. You know, I just hurt my knee.
Okay.
Right? At the LaRussell's.
Yeah.
You know how heavy them joints be?
They hard.
Oh, you put them joints on.
Yeah.
So I got pairs of them.
Yeah.
But I was looking for something warm.
Yeah.
My homeboy put me up on these. So when I first looked, I said, that looked like them space boots.
Right.
Them youngsters be wearing.
Yeah.
And then I put my foot in them, too. They furred out.
Yeah.
And I said, and they soft. You feel me? They easy to wear.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
You know, here's the funny thing. Uggs came out, but they were selling to us.
Right.
You know, and what they were selling,
Right.
I was like, man, you're selling to me.
Right.
I don't really know how I feel about that.
Right.
First of all, we rock with Timbs. You're not gonna,
Right.
you can't compete with that.
Right.
But now I look at it a little different. It's
Right.
just a random, oh, those are nice.
Right.
Let me.
Well, see, that boot is a statement.
Right.
When I signed the Def Jam, I came home wearing Timbs. I had never wore Timbs before.
Right.
But that's when the roughneck thing was in. You feel me? The overalls, I mean, it was a look. You feel me?
That's a
Dude,
fact.
when I first started wearing them, they was knocking the skin off the top of my toe.
Right.
Hey. Because they was a little too big. My foot was moving in there.
Yeah.
I really didn't know how to work them.
Right.
As far as this not get old thing you're talking about, people run up on me all the time. They be like, Rich, you don't have no wrinkles, bro. What's up? Like, what is your regimen? I don't have no regimen. You know, I really don't. I know my spirit is young, though.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, I'm not an old dude trying to be no young. But I'm not finna put on no suspenders, man.
Yeah.
I'm just not. I don't think that'll ever be me.
Yeah.
And it's like that's what I like about hip hop. It kind of made everybody, you know, we could all just be cool. You know, sweats. I wear sweats all the time. Your man who had just walked out from the last interview, I heard you telling him the same thing. Like, boy, you don't look like you aged a day.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I have an exhaust, and what I mean by that is, I don't hold nothing in. Whatever is on my mind is coming out my mouth.
Yeah. Right.
So I don't keep nothing bottled up. I think that's one of the things. I have an exhaust. Whatever I take in, I blow out.
Yeah.
It's out of there just as quick as it came in. Another thing is, I'm just genuinely a nice guy. I'm a happy dude.
Yeah.
I'm just genuinely happy. I'm not mad at anything. I done been up. I done been down. My temperature does not change because my money ain't where it once was. I'm happy to be having this human experience.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And I'm okay with me.
Right.
You know, and then I guess I got some genes, some good genes. You feel me? Because I got some homeboys that's 20 years younger than me that look older than me.
Yeah.
Another thing about them streets will beat you up.
Yeah.
You feel me? They fun to hang around in, but them streets will beat you up.
Yeah.
That alcohol will beat you up.
That's a fact.
That weed will beat you up. That the constant being outside, it'll beat you up. And I have always had a place to go sit down and chill. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, ain't nothing like sitting down and chilling sometimes.
Yeah.
It's cool to get out there and move around, but
Yeah.
I think the youth comes from your perspective on shit. One thing I will tell you, and this is real, I have 7 Fridays in my week, and it's always been like that because I always hustle. I had jobs when I was young, but I've always been a hustler. So I call myself the king of the 7 Fridays because I wouldn't know what day it is. I don't celebrate any nothings. No holidays, no Valentine's, no Christmases, not even my birthday. I'm not attached to this Gregorian calendar that's here. I'm not attached.
Gregorian calendar.
Yeah, I'm not attached to the calendar, and I'm really not attached to time.
Right.
Because I was a hustler. So I didn't have to punch a clock. I didn't have to be anywhere at 9. So for me, it's just daytime and nighttime.
Right.
That's it. You feel me? And when you take that restraint off of you, then you realize ain't no such thing as age.
Right.
You feel me? Because if you think about it, anytime that you can hear the sound of your voice, it's right now.
Right.
So we're always in the right now.
Yeah.
You can't reach back into yesterday and grab nothing off the table.
Right.
And you can't take nothing off the chair from tomorrow.
Right.
So if you live in the moment,
Right.
and you don't press yourself about what I'm going to do tomorrow or what I did yesterday, you're going to be young. because you are always in the right now.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yes,
and
sir.
I just live in the now, bro.
Yeah, I'm similar. I don't celebrate my birthday or none of it.
Hey, people ever call you, be like, "It's your birthday. What you doing? Nothing.
Right.
Chilling."
Yup. I ain't never had a birthday party.
Hey, my mom stopped mine when I was like 8 or 9 years old. She shut that down.
Yeah.
She was like, "The only birthday is December 25th." You know, I was like, "Damn, really?"
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie. If the kind of life I lived, I might jump up and go buy a motorcycle on Wednesday. Like every day was to be celebrated. And I had my homeboy tell me some real. He said, "You only got one birthday, the day you was born.
Yep.
That's your birth date.
Right.
The date you were born.
Date.
You only get that one time."
Yeah.
But I know some people who they be serious. They do 2-3 weeks on that.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yep.
I mean, every day is
or a month.
Yeah, every day, man, is a day to be celebrated. You feel me?
Fact.
And I think if we start treating ourselves more like that, then you don't have to wait until your birthday to go have some fun. You feel me? But to each his own. People do it how they want to do it. But I don't know, bro. I just try to stay fresh. I keep myself clean, brush my teeth. I stay in the water.
Yeah.
You got to take care of yourself.
Yeah. Facts.
Real facts.
Especially as men.
Come on,
Especially
man.
as black
You got to take care of yourself. Yeah, you got to stay in the water. Straight up. It's like it's tough enough to harp on that you can't do about.
Yeah. No, that's a fact. No, that's
What happened yesterday is gone.
Yeah. It took me a long time to get to that point. And it took me stuff like divorce to realize, I can't make you do nothing.
Nothing. I don't even own you.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
As much as I want to just control this, I don't have no control.
Yeah, basically. And then don't even get me started with God or other things like people passing away or whatever the case may be. Yeah, no.
This life thing is life.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's a fact. Now, the other thing, you're into cars. Shout out to DJ Thorough. He's our car enthusiast, and he's not here. He was normally he'd be here, but talk about your car collection and the cover of Richard
is the 69 Cougar. Yeah. So I got a 69 Cougar XR7 convertible. I got a 72 Cutlass, which is a convertible also. I've always liked drop tops. When I first got them, I used to have the tops down all the time. Now I don't even put the tops down unless somebody asks me to. Like, hey, put the top down. I really don't like to put the top down because now it's like that's a rookie move. When you ride with the top, it's like you never had a drop top before.
Right.
I got the option. It's up, but I don't have to put it down.
Right.
Plus, when it's hot, you put that top down, the sun will kill you.
Yeah.
You feel me? This melanin attracts the sun.
Facts.
So I've been playing with these cars since I was probably 19, 20. And I don't know, it's just something about a car with me. I enjoy getting something and fixing it up, putting my own twist on it, and trying to see how clean I can make the car. What color you going to paint it, this, that, and the other. And it's just something that kind of stuck with me. But it's trippy. When I was planning this trip and I rode to the airport, I was like, damn. You ever ride in the car with somebody? You drive? Okay, you ever ride in the car with somebody and be like, damn, I didn't know they had a 7-Eleven over there? Yeah, because you'd be too busy looking this way when you're driving.
Right.
For the first time, I was like, you know what? Maybe I don't want no more cars. Maybe I need to get a Suburban or a Maybach and let somebody drive me around.
Right, yeah.
But there was always this sense of, I'm not in control if I'm not driving.
Facts,
you know what I mean?
facts.
Yeah, so but the car thing for me, dude, is the cars always kept me in the game. Even when I wasn't making music, whenever people saw me, you couldn't tell that I wasn't still on because I'm always in something clean.
Yeah.
You feel me? The cars kind of preserved and like right now I'm living off of 2 cars that I didn't have a Cutlass I've had forever. But it's not like when you go out and buy the new Benz and people be on you for the new, but no, these is old cars. I've been had these cars.
Yeah.
And they get more press and pop than the new
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But I just was a car fanatic, man. Just whips. Just, I don't know, something about whips and bikes and boats. And I'm a big kid, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and they used to say the kid who has the best toys wins.
That's what's up. Now let me ask you, specifically, and this could be a general statement, but Dodge is coming out with the Challenger and the Charger.
Okay.
2 muscle cars.
Okay.
Electric.
Right.
Do you have any opinion on that?
Well, let me tell you, electric is the future, and you're not fixing to get around it.
Okay.
And I figured that out because my son wants a dirt bike. So I went to the shop to try to buy him a 2-stroke dirt bike, and dude was like, you should wait for the electric ones.
Wow.
And I said, they doing the dirt bikes and electric? He said, man, everything's going to be electric.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I'm still like the sound of,
Yeah.
right? But I bought a Tesla. I bought a Model X Plaid. And I ain't going to lie to you. Despite everything but having to charge it so often, if they could make them go 800 miles without a charge, it's the way to go, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, the power is instant. You know what I mean? They claim they good for the what's it called, but now I'm hearing they not. I'm hearing
environment.
Batteries and all.
They
that
not
is
good.
Worse than,
Yeah.
But that's what they doing, bro. Like, and then they got a sound that the car will make to sound like it's an engine.
Yeah, that's exactly what the muscle cars do now. It'd be like, it's kind of just a fabricated noise, but gives you that feeling.
You can't beat that electric. It's fast. I mean, that's
and quiet.
It
can be quiet.
Yeah.
It can be quiet.
Yeah. They trying to turn it. I just was in Lowe's, which is like a Home Depot, trying to buy some gas for my lawnmower, and they don't sell gas mowers no more.
Really?
They said, we don't have gas or anything that uses gas. Everything is electric.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
but they're
definitely.
trying to take it there.
Yeah. Okay. Man, tell me what's in the future for Richie Rich? Are you going to continue with this?
I'm you know what I'm gonna do is my plan musically is to create good music with as many good people that I like what I started doing with LaRussell. I plan to do some music with this G Perico. I don't know if you're up on
of course.
Perico, me and him been tapping back in on Instagram. He likes what I do. I like what he does. What I want to try to do is more of what LaRussell did with me. Keep bridging the young and the old to where we can have our own infrastructure.
Yeah.
To where we can, as far as culture-wise goes, because I can teach Perico, I can teach LaRussell, and Perico and LaRussell can teach me.
Yeah.
You don't always know it all.
Yep.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You don't always know it all. So I got a lot of music that I hadn't put out that I'm starting to release, and I'm always making new music. People tell me that I got a cool voice. That's what I hear the most. Dope.
Yeah.
You got a dope voice. So I'm like, okay. And then when these beats come on, when I write, like I always tell people I got a ghostwriter because my pen will just start going, you know. And then sometimes take me 3 or 4 months to be like, damn, I wonder what I was on when I said that.
Yeah.
So I believe that these messages are meant for people to hear. And I was being selfish because I had a music heartbreak. Then I was taking it out on my fans. You feel me? And then now I drop this record and people are like, damn, I'm glad you back. So I'm like, this shit is medicine and people need it. You know, I don't listen to as much music as I make. I can ride from Oakland to LA 500, 600 miles and may never turn the radio on because there's a lot of going on up here that I'm quietly listening to.
Yeah.
But there are people who need music.
Yeah.
I mean, they live that.
Yeah.
And and they want it.
Yeah.
So I feel like if I can contribute, as long as I can contribute and it's good, I'm going to stand on it. And the fact that I started and stopped, I stopped at 96.
Yeah.
Put out a couple independent projects in between the spring. I took a lot of time off. And like I said, with what I've been doing with LaRussell, younger people are like, bro, you dope.
Yeah.
Bro, you dope. I wasn't up on you. I heard you on 5 on it, but I didn't know you was this dope.
Yeah.
So it's cool that and can be older and still be dope.
Yeah.
So my thing is I'm doing new music, man. I'm just going to keep doing music. And also trying to not so much mentor young guys, but if it's anything that I can show them about this industry that can let them know that, dude, it ain't as easy as you might think it is. You know, you got to love this for this to love you.
Yeah.
Period.
That's a fact.
You got to love this for this to love you. It's just not going to love you back. You see these artists who are now just making this surge because they never stopped.
Right.
They just kept on feeding.
Man,
kept on feeding. No matter how big it wasn't, they just kept on feeding.
I told Exhibit that the other day. Well, I made a post and he reposted it, but I was basically like, y'all might not know, but he never stopped.
Never stopped.
Yeah, kept going.
Kept going. And that's all you got to do, you know? If you got a goal, you're trying to get here, Start walking toward it.
Yeah.
Eventually, you'll get there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm seeing happening with a lot of these artists. People get out there, get discouraged, quit.
Yeah.
Like LaRussell said, man, if you only perform, you got 5 fans and they love you, get them 5 some music.
Yeah.
You know, and that'll grow to 10.
Yeah.
It'll grow to 15. A lot of people don't want to take the time it takes to. Another kid, Larry June.
Yes.
I didn't know that Larry had been working as long as he had been working at his craft. But if you go back and listen to his catalog, Larry been doing this for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
People think he just can't. Well, I thought he just came out of nowhere. No,
Yeah.
June been working.
Yeah. Yeah.
Been working.
Shout out to him.
That's how 40 stayed so long. 40 be
Yeah.
working.
Yeah.
You know, short gonna work. Like,
Yeah.
man, it's about the amount of work you put in. And like I
Yeah.
told you, I was the 7 Friday, so I wasn't trying to work.
Shout out to 7 Friday.
7 Friday.
Yeah, man. Shout out. Man, I appreciate you, man. Let me I want to get one more bit of information before we wrap. This is what we ask everybody we interview.
Okay.
I think we're gonna turn this into a book.
Right.
A definitive book. Oh, if somebody steal this idea, I will kill you.
He said he's
Your
gonna
top 5 dead or alive. So we've been asking people for probably 20
You know
years,
what?
bro.
I
We got
hate
20
the,
years.
I hate
Don't
the top
do it.
5s. You know why? Because
Come on.
and I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
Because to me, it's so many. It's
That's
dope.
fine. That's fine. But
So-
let me make it simple for you, though.
Okay.
Give me your, if you can,
Right.
your top 5 influences. Your you know,
Damn.
Mount
bro, it's-
Rushmore. Come on, you already said them. I mean, I don't want to.
I'll be honest with you. If I start going top 5, it's gonna come from my era, and two
That's
of them
fine.
gonna be Eric and Parrish. Them niggas
Enough.
changed my
Bro.
life. You
One
know
of the
what I mean?
few squad teams with what 3, 4
Come on,
classics
bruh.
in a row.
Yeah. So
Come
it's,
on now.
yes, and like I said, but it's like EPMD was huge for me.
Okay.
I mean, dude, it's a lot of dope people.
All right.
And
well,
it's a lot
let's
of different
just-
ways to be dope. I mean, because I don't want to get on there and say no weird shit and be judged, but I'll be honest with you. Let me see. If I go from my era, the shit that turned me out,
Yeah.
EPMD,
Okay.
Eric B. and Rakim,
Okay.
Cool G Rap,
Yep.
like them was hard.
Yeah.
Like, that's the shit I was listening to.
Yeah.
Because on the West Coast, when I was young, it wasn't West Coast rap. But
Right.
if you want to talk about just nice, I mean, Pac was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Biggie to me was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Big Pun was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like I like who can rap. You feel me?
Yes.
So
Big
if I had
Pun,
if
yes.
if I had to say top 5 of all times, and it's weird because people be like Jay-Z. Jay has done a lot of things, but I would have to say top 5. I'm gonna put Pac up there just based on his range
Mhm.
and the amount of stuff he could pull off.
Mhm.
I don't know, but to me, Method Man was the cleanest moving to ever rap. Those move, the way he used to glide, and the Meth was hard as fuck to me too.
Yeah.
Nas is hard, and I'm not just saying this because I'm in New York.
Yeah.
I can still turn on Dope Fiend beat by Too Short, and it still just do something to me based on just the way he was talking that.
Yeah.
So if I only could get 5, I'd spread it around. I'd put Pac in there.
Okay.
I like Biggie just like that. I'd drop EPMD in there as a group, as just one dude. I mean, I hate this, bro, because I like so many people.
Yeah.
I like so many people. Damn. Let me just do just a blanket. Pac, Big, Nas, EPMD. I'm not taking them off.
That's
my list.
fine.
I love
Man,
them.
listen,
Them
listen,
niggas
I
was
love
cold.
EPMD.
I'm not
bro.
taking them off my list. Them cold.
I still, and by the way, I know EPMD, and I still feel like a day one fan when I meet him. I can't shake it.
Dude, them
Shout
niggas
out
was
to
cold.
P&E.
And then if I had one more that I could just put in there, let me think. Richard, who just was monumental to you. I mean, Lauryn Hill was a bad to me too.
She
Like,
was.
Lauryn was killing too. Man, it's so many dope people, man.
Yeah, you're right.
The top 5 is Richie Rich, Richie Rich, Richie Rich, that other Richie Rich, and then this dude named Richie Rich.
Got you, no doubt. Fair enough. Fair enough. Hey,
No,
and you can do that.
It's a lot of good music out
Yeah.
there, bro. Every time people ask me my top 5, it's hard because I heard Jadakiss say this. It really depends on what I'm riding on, and that I didn't even mention him.
Yeah,
Hands down, one of the coldest to ever touch a microphone.
Yeah, no,
I just feel like it's so many different things that, because you could be on, are we talking sales? I never talk sales. I'm just talking about skills,
yeah.
like, to just make good music. But it's a lot of them, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If I missed anybody, man,
Nah.
yeah, I think it's a lot of dope people out there.
No, you good.
It's a lot of dope people.
Did
out
you
there.
ever meet Big?
Yeah, what? So we to Big a few
Really?
times.
You so
Yeah.
weak to Big?
Biggie,
Oh,
Biggie bought some zips from me in front of Lady Esther's. It used to be called Southern Cafe. It used to be Lady Esther's, but it's called Southern Cafe.
oh, wow.
So he pulled up to the spot to get some food. I was coming out. It was him, C's, and somebody else. They was in the car.
Where was this again, though?
This was in Oakland at
Okay.
a restaurant called it used to be called Lady Esther's, famous soul food spot,
okay,
but it's
my
called
bad.
the Southern Cafe now.
Mm-hmm.
They pulled up in a black car. I remember coming out of there and seeing the black car. I was like, damn, who was that? And when they rolled the window down, Lil C's was in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I walked past like, what's up? Like, I'm cool. I'm like, what's up? And then I seen Big sitting in there. And then C's like, you know where to get some weed? I said, what? Do I? Right? So I got weed on me. I got ounces on me. And somebody probably heard this interview before. The ounces, I think they was $325 at the time. You from out of town, $450, right? I told Big they was $450. He tore it off like it was. He said, I'll
Really?
take 2 of them.
Right.
Dug his pocket, won't. And yeah, I remember that now. Dude, have you ever seen him perform?
Well, yeah, once,
seen him
but
perform
not
for
in
a
a
big-
full-blown show.
For a big fella,
Mm-hmm.
moved very well and
Yeah.
I like who can sound like the record on stage.
Yeah.
You know what I hate? The yelling.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got your lyrics playing. That's why you yelling.
Yeah.
Take the lyrics off, then you can lower your vocal down. I just like who can sound like the record.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like I miss, like Juvenile to me is still one of the coldest.
Facts.
That's why I say there's so many dope. I just don't give me the space.
You good. You
feel
good. Yeah.
And you be trying to see, you didn't put me in the 5. What's up? See you
Yeah.
out on the street, blood.
Right.
Thought you with me. You told me you like money.
I
didn't get a mention. No, it's all good.
Nah, it's all good. Were you? I know this is like a random question, but fans. Were you around when that 40 Big situation occurred?
Yeah, I was actually at that show.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember that vividly. We were in the parking lot, and they was like, it's going down.
Oh my.
And I was like, huh? Because 40 is usually pretty mellow.
Mm.
Earl don't really, he's a pretty mellow dude. But boy, it was serious.
Yeah.
It was serious. And Big was in 40's backyard.
Yes.
And that's what I used to love about this rap. It used to be competitive.
Yeah.
You feel me? It used to be competitive. Like, you wasn't dying.
Right.
You'll get ran up out of here. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It was competitive. And I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
And then they glazed it over with this auto tune and turned it
Oh,
into
my
this
God.
goddamn sweet, poly purebred. You know what I mean? And it just got different. But yeah, I was around there,
Oh,
and
man.
40 of them had a presence up there.
Man, listen.
They had a presence up there for real.
Yeah. Shout out to 40. I was in his BET Unsung episode.
Oh, that's
I'm
dope.
in that joint.
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to the whole Bay, man. Shout out to you, bro.
Come on,
I'm
bro.
happy you're back, man.
Man, I'm happy
it's
to
a
be back.
great time to be alive, and got some wisdom to go with the energy
Right.
that you still have.
I mean, you
Yeah.
know what? I'm appreciative, man. Whenever I get in these interviews, my team, they say make sure you every 5 or 10 minutes you say go to even.biz and get the record.
Okay.
But once we start talking and talking and
Yeah.
talking, it's just this is what it is.
Shout out to them.
But I do believe that a good interview is gonna make somebody say, "Let me go research this dude's thing." I could sit here all day and be like, "Hey, go get my album. Hey, go get my album. Hey, go get my album." And then guess what? When you finish doing that, go get my album. But man, we sitting here, we chopping, we build.
Absolutely.
People do know You know, the record is out.
And we'll provide, and I'll say this, man, and we don't do this all the time because we're an ad-based, independent media outlet. Right?
Yes, sir.
But I will provide a link to your album for people to buy. And
I appreciate you, Dan. Yeah, I appreciate you. Yeah.
Because
and I appreciate you guys scheduling me in last minute. I know it's Christmas time. Hey, this is what's crazy. Y'all working. Everybody else on vacation. That's what I told Sway. I said, Sway, the real ones are still working.
That's a fact.
You know, the industry closed down. They all in the Hamptons and wherever else they going. You hear me? Hey, the real ones are still working.
We see what happens when you in them Hamptons too long, man.
Hey,
a lot of things happen.
Bruh.
Listen.
Bruh. All I'm going to say to that is bruh.
Bruh.
That's what my son say. My son be like, bruh. Hey. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, sheesh.
I'm glad I didn't do them parties, man. I
Let me
used
tell
to
you
get
something.
invited.
It's crazy. It seemed like my career came, and then I stopped, and I went around this way, and I went around this way, and then I went around this way, and now I'm back on. And they're like, you didn't see that bomb they dropped back there when you was back there?
Yeah.
Oh, no, what happened? Look back.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's getting mania.
It's getting crazy. God works in mysterious ways, brother.
It's getting mania out there, man.
Yeah.
You know, and I the one thing I don't like is kicking a man when he's down.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I do believe if a man has done something that he needs to pay for, that probably will end up happening. I don't think we need to crush.
Yeah.
Because that's what we good at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
We gonna kick a man when he down. Oh, you heard what happened? So, and then we just going wow, not even knowing the true story.
Yep.
You feel me?
And really hating, like hate, like not like jealousy hate, like the other hate.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be like,
but you was dancing to that.
Yeah.
You. I seen you in the party when that shit came on.
Mhm.
That was, and now it's like we got to get out of that. We got to get out of the self-inflicted bullshit that we inflict on. Even if one of our brothers did some super foul shit, we still need to hold them up. And then if whatever's gonna be is gonna be.
Yeah.
But I don't know what none of these people are, if they did what they said they did. But I do know some people who did the same things that I ain't heard nothing about.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You hear me?
No, that's
that
an
I haven't
absolute
heard
fact.
nothing about.
That's an absolute
So
fact.
you know, like I don't wish nobody into the arms of them people. But I do believe that if you out there foul, you know, the truth always comes to the light.
Yeah.
You know what
Definitely.
I mean? But yeah, I want to see everybody win. I know that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's not gonna always happen. But I mean, at the end of the day, I believe until we start holding each other up, because it like I tell them, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Because when it's on you, then it's different.
Yeah. Yeah.
When they spin around and land on you, then like, man, ain't nobody helping out. Come on, brother. It could happen to anybody.
That's absolutely.
It could happen to anybody. I tell people all the time, if they put a camera on me 24 hours a day for 10 months, oh, they could show you some that's going to make you be like, that's tripping. And I'm sure everybody in this room, if the camera followed you for a year straight, it's going to be a clip in there that could end you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So
Or at
come
least
on,
make you look crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's all you need now is just enough to make you look crazy.
Yes, sir.
And the piranhas don't do the rest.
Absolutely.
Straight up.
Yeah, man. Well, thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Come on, Ken,
And,
you
and
know.
don't make it the last time, man.
Oh, man, I'm pulling up. You
All
feel
right,
me?
no doubt.
Hey, man, shout out All Hip Hop. Man, if you want to know anything about this music game, if you want to know anything about this culture, you need to tap in with the people who are with the people. Like I told you, man, it's December 10th around here. It's finna be Christmas. St. Nick is mounting up, and these boys is in here working.
Yeah.
You hear me? Straight up.
Respect.
Straight up.
Yeah. Salute.
Salute.